Howdy folks, welcome back. 'Tis moving day. I got a couple hours before the tow truck comes here, so I need to break camp. I gotta put my awning up, take my flag down, disconnect my electrical, disconnect my water, take down my ramshackle leveling system, make sure everything's organized, lock up my side compartments where I got stuff that I don't want people digging through, so I can get through all that. Right here I got Old Glory flying, and one thing I did before is I used just got electrical tape on there, but in the future when I hang up my cool lights and stuff, I'm going to use some of this stuff here, little Velcro strapping. So I recommend you getting some of this when you want to sexy up your outside. So yeah, but for the time being I just got to cut it all off. Also, it's important to respect the flag. You don't leave it out in the rain or at night. You don't let it touch the ground. Try not to burn it. Good men died for this flag, and respect that. As some of you may remember from the awning video, I used a pallet, but I've invested $5 at a garage sale in a nice little step ladder that fits nicely in where the propane tank is, which comes in handy for getting up high on things. And I'm not always going to have a nice handy pallet where I'm at, so I got this guy here for little outside works and whatnots. Try to properly put away my bomb-ass lights. Look, they got it's a little horse. Oh, a little covered wagon. Oh, kind of like me, little cowboy hat. Little cacti. All the cliche cowboy stuff that anybody should need for their RV. Even on a good day, putting your awning up and down by yourself is a bit tricky. But even if you guys watched the awning video, I was a bit braggy about how I did it right the first time. But I did make a little mistake. I didn't re-add the spring tension on the bar. So now I got to crank it up by hand or take it all off and start over again, which I'm not going to do. But here on the if you brace it the way I do, this leg can actually go down to the ground and then put a post into the ground, but I don't want to be tripping on it. And this I feel like is more secure this way. But you have two braces. You have your cross brace and then your not cross brace. So you have two parts you got to loosen up. I go ahead and I let it drop down, and then I'll reinsert it when this other part goes, and then I do the same thing over here. Then I got to drop these legs down a little bit, and we'll drop them all the way down the bottom. I just go about four at a time, so that way it doesn't make the crossbar get all herky-jerky as one leg gets shorter than the other. And if the spring tension was good when I hit this switch, it would just automatically suck it right up. But as it's not, I have to go through and crank it by hand. Alright, this part's a little tough because you got to try to crank it up, but also keep it straight so that way these bars here fit perfectly onto the crossbars. I don't know if you can see, but I'm starting to get a little bit weird right here. Like I need this guy to go this way as I crank it up, so. Alright, I got lucky and it lined up okay. But as you will see, with without that spring tension, it doesn't get it all the way tight. So you gotta wind it by hand. I'll do that later. Alright, I don't know if anyone can remember, but when I originally got stranded here, one of my concerns was running out of propane, which actually lasted pretty long because I only ran my range and my hot water heater off of it. But I ran out a few weeks ago, and I called to get some delivered, but it was about twice as much to have it delivered to just pick it up. And I had my little tank from the little Mr. Buddy heater, and was happy to see that it was the same size fitting. So this little tank here I think would last pretty long, but as I'm moving, I can't have this dragging down the street. So I'm going to take this guy off and then reconnect everything back to the original RV tank that was set up in there. Alright, although it is empty anyway, I'm going to shut off this tank, make sure that's shut off while it's being worked on. This tank's shut off. Still about half full. So I'm going to stow that properly, and then once I get it running, I can just drive and get that thing filled up again. And I will keep this as a secondary just for the Mr. Buddy heater, or maybe I'll get a little barbecue. I'll have a little outside barbecue with a little propane tank. How nice would that be, folks? Alright, disconnecting the water and power is pretty straightforward. Just a hose and then unplugging the plug. But while I got you over here, one thing I've been thinking about. If you remember from the winterizing video, inside here I had a little power strip which runs to an extension cord right under the couch where my inverter is. So what I'm thinking about doing is running that cable there, instead of plugging in there, and doing the automatic transfer switch, which supposedly is less efficient than plugging straight into the inverter with it. I'm going to run that cord through, I can't talk, that cord through where the generator is, plug it right into that extension cord, bling bling, I'm right to the inverter. So if I want to, I can unplug and plug in from inside. No cords hanging out all over the place. Nice. But anyway, that's not for today, that's another day. Since the house batteries aren't going to be used, I'm going ahead and covering up the solar panels with a bit of cardboard to block the charge to them, so it's not just so my batteries don't get overcharged. Alright, I went ahead and protected all the protected my couch, the floor here where he's going to be walking, his main work area. Cover the seats. He can use the seats as tool benches if he needs to. Yeah, bro. Yeah. A lot of people like to get work done and then expect the mechanic to clean up completely after himself and get everything done. That is nice in a perfect world, but I like to live in reality where I'd rather just spend 15 minutes to do it myself than bitching for 2 weeks that some dude is never going to pay you anyway. So there that is. I'm going ahead and I'm filming inside all my cabinets, just because I don't think that he's going to steal from me. But I'd like to look at this and then later look again. Roadhouse. Look again later to see if my man was rooting through my shit or not. I would hate to think he was playing my game of Clue, Classic Edition, maybe taking out the revolver, and then later I'm like, how come there's no revolver? And then I realize he missed one in his game, so I had to take it out of mine. So he took it out of mine. That wouldn't be cool.
Oh yeah, big boy. Lock it up with that flat ass. Oh yeah.
And now we play the old waiting game, just waiting for the mechanic to get done. I'm not going to sit in the car the whole time. I'm just getting ready to go somewhere. Yeah, so he said it should take he said it was going to take a couple weeks, but then he saw how big it was, and it's taken up his whole lot. This guy's house was held together with duct tape and dreams, or duct tape and hope. So it makes me think that this guy's going to be a good mechanic. But yeah, so we're waiting a little bit. A little update on this guy. Miracles. Because even when I took him to the vet looked at him and was like, I'll give you a 50-50 chance on this guy. He was not eating for about 4 days, not drinking any water. And now he's back to tearing everything up and pissing everybody off. He's doing good. He's coming around. He's getting. We've been doting on him. Everyone. All you need is a near-death experience and people will like you more. That's the lesson from that. Isn't that right, buddy? Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Say I'm doing fine. Doing fine. Pain in the ass still. Yeah, he's coming around now. He's eating, pooping, peeing, all this kind of stuff. This guy was on death's door. And now he is back, terrorizing the neighborhood. But yeah, that's it. I'll be said it'll be a little bit before I get the RV back. Hopefully not too long. So, yeah, that's about it. Anyway, thanks for all the support everybody sent for my little fella here. My little guy. Still a little pain in the ass. But yeah, I think he might be alright. The vet said make sure he just keeps taking he's got like a stack of vitamin things he's got to take for nearly ever. So, yeah, so I'm going to give him a full course of that business and hopefully be alright. And maybe he'll be back to 100% when the RV's back to 100%. Maybe that's what made him sad. His home left. I understand. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. And y'all take it easy. Bye-bye.